Okay, I want to do a little analysis and critique of a student argument. And this one is great because it is rich with ideas. We just need to bring some order and clarity to the ideas. So the student argues this: murder is wrong. I agree. Life was created to live. Therefore, taking a life is wrong. Not only is this supported in society, but this is also something that's been characterized by past examples. World War II was known as one of the worst wars as known to mankind due to the mass count of deaths. This major life example supports the argument that killing other individuals is wrong. Furthermore, a baby is something that cannot defend itself. Would killing a baby be just? Life is something that cannot be bought. So why is it taken away so quickly and easily? Logically, a life is something that could prove to be useful to the world. Okay, there's so many different justifications given for the conclusion that murder is wrong. I want to take them, we need to break this apart. We need to treat them one by one, formalize them, make them valid arguments. So let's start at the beginning. Life was created to live, therefore taking a life is wrong. All right, let's formalize it. Let's number the lines. Premise one, life was created to live. Premise conclusion, therefore taking a life is wrong. Now, we need to make this formally valid because right now we just got P, Q. We need it if P then Q in there, right? So we use our modus ponens magic trick and we can make this valid. Premise two, if life was created to live, then taking a life is wrong. Well, life was created to live, therefore taking a life is wrong. All right, now it's formally valid. But now, as we lay it out like this, we can start asking interesting questions. I mean, well, is this really what the author wants to say? So first of all, look at that first premise. Life was created to live. What does that mean exactly? Is it literally a statement that life was created? And does that mean like by God or something like that? Or does that just mean it originated? And then this expression, life was created to live, it seems to mean, well, either you have a purposeful being who's created life for to be perpetuated. I don't know what it means to say life was created to live. The purpose of life was for it to continue. I want to clarify that thought, or we ought to live life, or I'm not sure what it means. It might need to be tightened up just to bring clarity to the claim. And then we could think about even the conclusion here, right? Taking a life is wrong. Does the author really intend to say that taking all life is wrong under any circumstance? Like, what about in self-defense? One of us. So those are the sorts of clarifying questions we might ask about this. The argument from World War II, I think about World War II a lot. So, I mean, I welcome this. Not only is this supported in society, this claim about the wrongness of killing, but this is also something that has been characterized by past examples. World War II is known as one of the worst wars known to mankind. Well, redundancy there. Due to the mass count of deaths, this major life example supports the argument that killing other individuals is wrong. Okay, so here's the basic idea I'm trying to boil down. I think that second sentence is the kind of the core of the claim. The large number of deaths in World War II made it a terrible event. Therefore, killing is wrong. Now, I'm going to admit, I mean, I could make this formally valid by saying, well, adding a premise that says, if the large number of deaths in World War II made it a terrible event, then killing is wrong. Well, it did, so therefore it is. But I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the central claim. Like, what is it about what's the connection between these two statements? So I think the author, there might be something here. I'm not saying there's nothing here. It's just that I don't understand what the thought. So the author might just need to think through this one a little bit more. What exactly is my claim? How does the badness of WW2 justify a general moral prohibition on killing? Help me out. How about the argument from defenseless babies? I also just want to go on record and say I am a big supporter of babies. So a baby is something that cannot defend itself. Would killing a baby be just? All right, a couple things we want to do here. First, we want to return all rhetorical state questions into statements. A rhetorical question is one that you put forward with a question mark or without a question mark sometimes, but it's a question. It's not a statement, but it's a question that we all know the answer to, or we know what you're trying to answer it as. So would killing a baby be just? The idea here is that killing babies is unjust. Again, as I said, I agree. So we turn it into a statement. So here's what we've got. We've got two statements. A baby is something that can't defend itself, and killing a baby is unjust. And what's the conclusion therefore supposed to be? Conclusion is supposed to be, therefore, like killing all humans is wrong. Again, I'm just not quite following the line of thought. Again, I'm not saying there's not anything here, but what is it about the unjustness of killing babies that somehow leads us to a broader conclusion about all human beings? I mean, on the face of it, it seems to me that babies are kind of a special case, right? They're especially defenseless. They haven't hurt anybody else. A lot of us adults are not that way. We have hurt people and we're not defenseless. So just because it's unjust to kill babies doesn't seem like it leads to some general conclusion about humans. Again, unless there's a line of thought here that I'm not tracking. That's interesting. Okay, great. All right, here's another sentence from this paragraph. Life is something that cannot be bought. So why is it taken away so quickly and easily? Again, let's eliminate the rhetorical questions. We have to. So if we do that and we formalize it, we've got this. Life cannot be bought. Therefore, it's wrong to kill. That's the general idea. And then let's make it valid by using the modus ponens magic trick and adding that second premise. If life can't be bought, then it's wrong to kill. Well, life can't be bought. Therefore, it's wrong to kill. Again, formally valid, but puzzling. Let's think about that second premise. If life cannot be bought, then it is wrong to kill. Why do you think that that's true? It seems like there's a lot of things that I can't buy, but that I could quite permissibly destroy, right? My dreams or something like that. I don't know. Money can't buy my dreams, but I can easily make myself forget them. Or so. I'm not. You can think of your own examples. The point is, the point of laying out these arguments formally in a way that we're sure is valid is it exposes weirdnesses like that, right? And it helps us to be able to see them more clearly. So that's why we're doing this. All right, indulge me in one more from that rich paragraph we started with. Logically, a life is something that could prove to be useful to the world. If we formalized it, it would go like this. Human lives are potentially useful. And then I'm going to use the modus ponens magic trick to add the second premise here. If human lives are potentially useful, then it's wrong to end them. Therefore, it is wrong to end human lives. That is formally valid. And it's plausible too, although I invite you to think about possible objections to each of the premises. Are all human lives potentially useful? Also, are there things that are potentially useful, but you can also permissibly end? If so, then, premise two. Think about premise two. Let's say somebody's attacking me and it's Hitler. Hitler, you can imagine being potentially useful. He had a lot of gifts, could have done a lot of good things too, I suppose. Or, we at least could have, recycled his hair for wigs or something like that. But, is it therefore wrong to kill Hitler in self-defense just because he was potentially useful? All right, what's the takeaway point here? I'm going to take each of your lines of thought, make it into a valid argument, usually using modus ponens magic trick, and then you're in a position to really think clearly about whether you really want to get behind those premises.